This FY22 free cash has been certified by the state at $5.52 million. Primarily, this is driven by some CARES and FEMA funding offsets that we have received from the state. So we did receive $2.9 million available to our budget that we're in the process of reconciling now. We had a hiring freeze in place, and we lifted that at the beginning of this year, but we found it very difficult to bring on people. That combined with the number of dollars that we saved from CARES, COVID, FEMA, and then offsets in our insurance. We also did have two insurance, or an insurance premium holiday that we pay a large portion of that we did not have to make. So at one of our 12 payments we saved, which was roughly $1 million in itself. That's our number of free cash. The recommendation that I'm going to propose to you, and I will give it the Finance Subcommittee and then come back here before you again for a more detailed discussion, is one, we pay our snow and ice for the next season. On Monday, we will submit and put out our RFP for mixed-use bylaws, and we're in the, and I believe within the following week, we will have our land use analysis RFP. So we're allocating and asking consideration for up to $300,000. So working very closely with the town planner, the economic development coordinator. I'm also requesting that $2.97 million be allocated for capital improvements. Again, I believe that free cash, one of the best things it should be used is for one-time expenses. This includes, with the analysis and study that we had from our library in town, it needs some work. It has a slate roof that is failing, and we need to replace it. And slate on a historically sensitive building is not going to be a cheap undertaking, so we're allocating approximately 1.5. The schools, the track and bleachers project will come up short because when we did the estimates for the track and bleachers, it caused an offset of you have to have so many restrooms available based on the number of bleachers that you're going to install. We'd like to make up that funding, roughly about $1.2 million, to bring the track and bleacher project up to speed. I'm also going to propose that we fund out of this capital improvement a full measure and list of all the town properties for the town assessor. I'm asking $1 million for field improvements in town, for baseball fields, and for the creation of 2 additional fields on High Street with appropriate lighting. Creating those fields would allow us to manage the current fields, and going back to the previous field study that was done and looking how field usage is at and what we can do to that, but also building world-class sports fields. I'm also going to put before you a request for land preservation and acquisition to actually set aside dollars to make that at the rate. I'm not looking to build a pile of cash anywhere. The town has the first right of refusal on a number of properties that get sold in the community. If, like, for instance, a farm comes up for sale, if the town has the cash and it's an advantageous to the town to acquire that property, this would help put some or all of those funds available for the town to readily move. Also, I want to jumpstart, and we already do set aside under the current CIP program, safety and security. There's some issues that I believe that I'd like to address and get this and fund additional money in a number of our facilities to make sure that we have safe and secure environment.
I make a motion to refer FY22 free cash strategy discussion to the Finance Committee.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstains? Motion passes 7-0.